Hi guys, this is Amy Rose here to give you my elimination votes for this week. Wanted to wear my fun new glasses, but getting a terrible glare on the screen, but they're fun, aren't they? I hope everyone's well, and I guess I'll get right down to business and let you know who I voted out this week. It was tough, but there are some people that aren't quite up to par as much as some of the other contestants. So I did do this in order. So the first person that I eliminated is Idolsearchcontestant. And I did take some notes for you guys so I could kind of give you some feedback that I thought would be helpful. And here's what I had to say. Let's see. Idolsearchcontestant. If you would have watched Heather's video this week, you would know not to talk in the beginning of your video. It's a little too much. I want to hear you get right to the song and not go on about things. I said your lighting needs to be better. You have a nice soft voice, but you're not opening your mouth when you sing. You need to enunciate. Also, the background music drowns you out a bit. You have a really nice tone quality, though. The key was a bit low, but I like that you're getting into the groove and that you know your lyrics. You seem to know your lyrics. You're singing from your throat, though, and how I know this is that you're lifting up your neck when you sing. So this is a real common problem, you guys, and you're going to hurt yourselves. So you really need to do some breath control exercises and use proper breath support in order to not do that. Keep your shoulders down. You know, you should breathe in. Your shoulders should not go up. It should feel kind of like a balloon in your diaphragm area. So it should be like, I'm going to take a real deep breath right now and show you that your shoulders should not be going up, okay? And if I were singing from my throat, it'd be like, ah, and you like start, and you're cutting off your breath supply. I hope that makes sense. But just, really let the air flow, and your diaphragm should be supporting that breath, and the notes should be kind of floating on top of the breath. So, it's belting from your throat can really damage it. So just please be careful. Also, Idolsearchcontestant, I said you should do diaphragm exercises and other vocal exercises to warm up before you sing, scales, etc. There are many videos of vocal exercises available on YouTube. I love Roger Love. He has a great book on vocal training, which I'll talk about later. And I think it can help a lot of people who maybe can't afford the resources to take vocal lessons, because I know it can be expensive. The other advice for getting singing lessons is check your local universities. And a lot of times graduate students there will offer lessons at very discounted price or sliding scales. Training is really important, you guys. This is your instrument, and technique is the foundation of singing. So although in my opinion emotion is the single most important thing in singing, you've got to have that foundation of technique in order not to hurt yourself, most importantly. And it's something that you can fall back on when you are having vocal problems. And you can learn that technique and really practice and learn the vocal exercises and learn how to use proper breath control, and then you can kind of just throw it away and put all of your heart and soul into a song and not be struggling to sound the way you want to sound. So that's why I think it's so important to get vocal training. There are instances of great singers who didn't have vocal training, but most do, and those people are rare and far and few in between. And so yeah, my suggestion is to get yourself some vocal training. All the contestants out there who haven't had any formal training, it's a really important thing if you want to have a career as a singer. Your voice will not last in the music business long at all before you develop nodules or something else terrible happens to your throat. So, you need to learn about the health of your instrument, the things you need to do to take care of it, such as drinking enough water, staying away from cigarette smoke, avoiding certain foods before you sing. Gosh, there's so much that, not speaking in crowds so you don't strain your voice. Also, years ago, I had problems with my throat. I developed nodules, and I had to have therapy, and I realized that, the way you speak can be just as important, if not more so, than the way that you sing. Because if you're straining your voice when you're speaking, imagine what that's doing to your singing voice. And, I was able to learn a different way to carry the notes through on my breath, and that helped my voice. Got rid of the nodules without surgery and everything, so that was pretty great. And this is your instrument. You have to take care of it. Get enough sleep. Don't be around cigarette smoke. Blah blah blah. So I'll talk more about that in another video, but I better move on since this is getting kind of long. So what else did I say about you, Idol Search contestant? Let's see. I think you have a really nice voice. I would like to have seen you smile even more throughout your video. And if you must say something, save it till the end of the video. There could have also been a little bit more energy in the performance. The second person on my list is Duckiesmusic, and what I had to say about you is that the breath support was a big problem with this performance. It's hindering your ability to get the notes out properly. Stand up when you sing. That might help you. Although I did enjoy what you were trying to do with the video. I think it really hindered your breath support, though. And I'm not really seeing your personality as much as I'd like to. And I do want you to know that I did appreciate the effort you put into your video, but the vocals just weren't up to par for me. You need a lot of work on your voice, but I do think you've got potential there. But, you're going to need to get to know yourself as a singer and let your personality shine through. Let's see. The third person is Sassychurchchick, who I think you're fabulous. But I was real annoyed with this whole sidebar where you're making excuses, blah, 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 this and that. I think Heather kind of went into some detail about that. And, I have to say you don't ever do it. You don't do it as a professional singer. So I said, please don't make excuses or explain how you didn't get the song you want. It's a real pet peeve of mine, just like Heather. I don't like hearing complaints or excuses, and honestly, it tainted how I felt before I even watched your video. It's a bit negative. My advice is to just sing the song and let us make up our minds, okay? Professional singers never make excuses. I felt that your music was too loud. It drowned out your vocals. You should have been closer to the camera, although I did enjoy the dancing and, what you were trying to do with your video. But I could see the stress on your face. It's a fun song, and you were far too serious, so smile. I could tell it was a stressful performance for you, and that, made me feel stressed as a viewer. So, let's see. I didn't believe at all what you were singing. You should have been thinking about your boyfriend while you were singing this. Perhaps you could have played with the tempo a little bit. I much would have rather heard a slowed down a cappella or acoustic version of this. But unfortunately, it was hard to truly tell how your singing was on this because of the sound quality and your distance from the camera. If you had put the personality into the song you show at the very end, because it did get better, and like when you're talking at the end, your personality was shining through and it was really great, I think it would have been much better. I do definitely hope you stick around another week, because I have a feeling that if you improve on these things and really let your awesome personality shine, you will rock the house.